I don't know what it is about that music, but damn, that gets me going every time. I just get excited.
Get a little lightning in the penis.
Yeah, little lead in the pencil, man. Ready to rock and roll.
Fred Raven, what's up, dude?
What up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
So
how you doing?
I just posted to social media our draft, and Dave Burton, you win with bringing up this guy. We should have. He's got to be a character. Spreckens he did.
Damn it! We
what
always
was his
forget.
Name?
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't.
So good. Oh. It
what's
didn't
up,
go
guys?
well. It didn't go well for him.
how we
in that
doing?
movie. Hey, buddy, it's good to see you, man.
Happy Thursday, December 19th.
I think I broke my foot coming down the stairs today. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, tripped over Carlos and had to land on my right foot real hard, and just doesn't feel too good.
Damn it, baby Carlos.
Gotta watch out for those dogs, man. Today's show is going to be mostly focused on the Week 16 picks, as we do every Thursday. Last week's results: Brooks and Brian went 8-8. I went 7-9. I don't think I've been above 500 in. I mean, it's going on half the season probably.
Yeah, I'd say probably like week 6
or pretty rough.
Week 6 or week 7.
Games.
Yeah. I actually can't believe that we were 8-8. To be honest with you.
I couldn't believe it when I was tallying it up. I know Brooks and I were watching football together on Sunday, and both of us looked at each other like, God, we are getting smoked on these picks. So I don't know. I don't know how.
Hey, Antonio.
What's up, Antonio? How you doing?
Hey, buddy. I got two things before we get into football. They're both basketball oriented. So if we want to hit them fast, let me know. But Dusty, I'll let you lead the charge here. Whatever you want, however you want to let this program roll.
No. You want to hit them? Go ahead. I do want to do two quick shout outs. Macy Bell Mayhew was born on Tuesday morning. My best friend Brian, his second lovely daughter. So shout out to Brian, Kristen, Micah, Macy. If you guys know them, reach out to them. Everyone's healthy and everything's good there. Also, shout out to Uncle Bruce, Aunt Linda. Their birthdays are this month. Uncle Bruce's was just the other day. I believe Aunt Linda's is coming up either sometime this week or next week. Shout out to them. Love you guys. And Brooke or Brian, you want to get us started off with some basketball stuff?
Yeah. Actually, I want to. Does anyone think the NBA is in trouble? I've been reading a lot recently in the past couple days about the NBA ratings just going not in the tank, but continuously going down over the course of the last decade, and they're contributing a lot of it to the lack of a good basketball product. A lot of threes and dunks, and that's basically it. There's no more like what we talk about with baseball all the time. There's movement in the game. There's bunting. There's hit and runs. There's steals now because of the larger bases. Do we think the NBA is in trouble? And if they are in trouble, is there a fix?
Yeah, I mean,
I've got two small things, or I got two things on this. Brooks, you go first.
I mean, my biggest thing is going to be like the load management stuff and guys not playing every night. I think that's causing a big issue, and I don't even know how to combat it really. Because I mean, you want them to be healthy, but you also you're going to get sick of all this when you show up to a game and they're not playing, and having their scheduled off days. But yeah, besides that, I don't know. I don't watch a ton. I've never watched a ton of the NBA except for when the Wizards were decent in the early 2000s or mid 2000s or whatever. So yeah, I don't even know. This mid-season tournament thing I thought was supposed to help with that, but it seems like a crock of shit to me, to be honest with you.
Dusty? Austin. I'll tell you, another thing, I heard a great analogy about what you're kind of getting at there, Brooks, is it's like a really it's all good, man. A really good analogy that I heard yesterday, to Brooks's point, was it's like having a really good restaurant, but you never know when it's open in terms of the load management. Yeah. You don't know if your player is going to play, and just like the restaurant, you don't know if it's open. But they got great stuff. But okay, it's a hit or miss if you go there and they're open. So, I don't. It's all threes. The Bulls and somebody combined for 75 missed threes in a game. The fact that 75 were even taken, which means there were probably about 100 taken in the game, is ridiculous.
I think this problem is mostly local. I don't think it's a global problem because I think the NBA is bigger globally now than it ever has been. Big Town says, when does the NBA even start? Happy birthday, Antonio.
Hey, all
it's
right.
next week, whatever. But they're going to be 29 years old. Congratulations.
British Raven, we're feeling it too
my
right
two
now.
things on this. Outside of Curry and LeBron, there's not any giant American stars, especially under 30. There's just no guys under 30 that casual NBA fans, I'm sure, like, you guys don't watch a ton of the NBA. You probably don't know many of the guys that are under 30 that are the better players in the league. I don't think there's very many stars. And also, I think the game is so accessible to a younger generation on social media. I think just the way that they watch the game is different. I think they can follow the NBA through TikTok, through YouTube, as opposed to having to watch the games day in and day out. And like Brian said, the product is not super fun to watch. Like, if you watch the NBA Cup game a couple nights ago between Oklahoma City and Milwaukee, which I watched because I like that stuff. It was a horrible game. It was like 84-70 something. Like, it was just a terrible game to watch. Oklahoma City was just chucking up threes. They couldn't make a single bucket. And it sucked. And if I'm a kid, I'm not going to watch that. I'm just going to go on TikTok, find out who won, and see the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have a lot more viewers on like Twitter and stuff like that, where they just watch the highlights on there. I remember McAfee was talking about this one day. He's like, "Yeah, the NBA seems awesome, but from when I watch the highlights on Twitter, and they get a ton of views on there." He goes, "But honestly, I would just watch the last quarter. I mean, I don't need to watch the rest of the game," which I don't disagree with if you're not a huge fan. So,
yeah. So we touched on that topic, and it sounds like we're all kind of in agreement that we don't know. The product kind of stinks, and we don't know if there's any way to fix it. Because I really don't know how you make these players play more, because they just come up with, the weird hamstring is sore kind of injury.
I mean, there's an easy fix. The easy fix is that there's too many games, and that they need to make it 72 or 70 games instead of 82. But the problem is the owners are going to lose out on a ton of money, so they're never going to do it. So that's the fix, and that could make the product better in the long run. But I think honestly it would probably bring more revenue to the NBA. But because I think there'd be more desirable tickets. I think there'd be more players. Like, Curry is not going to be sitting in your random game in Detroit. If that happens, probably nearly as much. But like I said, the owners are never going to give up that much revenue. It just doesn't make sense for them day to day, especially in the short term.
Okay. No, it's valid points all around. Yeah. I mean, man, British Raven, I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. It's one of the four major sports, and if you lose it, it still gives us something to watch during those dog days of summer. So that's the only reason why I really bring it up.
Yeah.
Even though we're all baseball junkies, sometimes a little change of pace is fun. The other question I have, and I'm going to it could be a trivia question to start. Did you guys see who was named Time Person of the Year?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, correct?
I think Time Sports Person of the Year. How about that?
Sports Person of the Year.
That I
don't know.
We're in the same sport we were just talking about.
LeBron.
LeBron. Steph.
Curry. Yeah.
Miss Caitlin Clark.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh God, we should have known that.
Should have known that.
Biggest basketball star on the planet right now.
And I love it. I absolutely think it's a very valid selection. I know everyone's going to have their opinion on it, but yeah, watch hockey.
Yeah, we're hockey. We're more hockey guys than NBA guys.
Without a doubt, and the Caps are rolling. But even though they lost last night or 2 nights ago, 3-2.
Yeah.
But yeah, Caitlin Clark. I mean, she basically has made the WNBA mildly relevant. And I hate to say that because she's not the first person to play in the WNBA. I mean, Diane Taurasi is probably the best player to ever play in the WNBA at this point. But Caitlin Clark, do you like the pick of Caitlin Clark as your sports person of the year?
I do. I mean, she single-handedly brought a ton of eyes and popularity to to the WNBA and changed a lot of the stuff that was going on there. So I mean, I think she should be. She's brought a lot of change to that league. So I think it's more than warranted. I mean, Christ, she could probably win it for the next 5 years potentially if she keeps changing the way that sport, or that, I guess I should say, organization is. I mean, they have private flights now because of her.
Yeah. I mean, she's without a doubt been the most impactful sports figure, I believe, in this year.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Last couple years,
I
really.
don't know why she didn't come up right away. Yeah.
It also is. I saw they were going to retire her jersey at Iowa, which obviously we knew that was going to happen. But it might be the quickest jersey retirement for someone that's still alive.
Yeah.
I can ever think of. I think Iowa's women's basketball team's played like 8 games, and they're already retiring her jersey.
Didn't they retire 8 and 24 while Kobe was still playing?
I don't
I could
know.
be wrong about that.
That's a great question. Oh man.
I think
That,
they did, but I could be wrong about that.
All right, let's get into football.
All right.
It's Steeler week.
I want to get into
football.
I want to get into this one football thing. I saw today on DraftKings or FanDuel the prop bet on David Montgomery over under yards, rushing yards for the year was 776, and he just got knocked out for the season, and he had 775. That is a bad freaking beat if you have the rushing yards for David Montgomery over. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
some
brutal.
of those places will give you your money back if it's like that bad and it's like injury related or something. I don't see them giving money back for that, but I mean, every once in a while you'll see it happen.
No.
But yeah, that sucks.
That's a bad one. That's one of the worst I've ever heard, and I don't say ever that often.
That's rough. I saw that on the I think it was Bleacher Report betting Instagram account the other day. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got NFL football tonight, Thursday night football, and this is a huge game for the AFC wildcard picture. Denver Broncos at Los Angeles Chargers. I hate this game. This is my least favorite game to pick. I've picked my games already. This is my least favorite game to pick this week. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Justin Herbert's kind of hurt. Bo Nix looked terrible last game. Interesting note on this game. The Chargers, when they played in week 6, were 3-point favorites in Denver. Now, coming home to Los Angeles on Thursday night, only 2.5-point favorites. So that kind of tells you where these teams have been trending the last few weeks. Where do you guys sit on this game? Brian, let's start with you and then go to Brooks, and then I'll pick last.
I'm going to take the Broncos in this game for the main reason that Justin Herbert's a little nicked up. So, I mean, that's all. Denver's trending in the right way. The Chargers are in a little bit of a flounder state. Not a good time of year to be floundering. I still have faith in the Chargers. I just think that Denver's a better team at the moment.
Yeah, I am. I'm back and forth on this one as well, especially for how bad the Chargers looked last week. But I am going to take the Chargers, and I think Jim will have them back in form here against a division opponent. Especially, this is going to be a big game for second place in that division. So, give me the Chargers. They're at home. I think Jim will get them right.
For all intents and purposes, both of these teams are probably in the playoffs anyway. But whoever wins this game has a much easier road moving forward. I do think Jim Harbaugh will have this Chargers team ready, especially after getting blown out in the second half last week against Tampa Bay. And like I said, I've been flip-flopping on Bo Nix. He has looked good. Last week, he looked terrible against the Colts. And if he does anything like he did last week against the Colts, against this Chargers defense, they're really going to make him pay because they've been good all year. So give me the Chargers in this one. And I've been flip-flopping. I'm not going to bet this game with my actual money, but, for the sake of the show, we're going to pick. I'm going to take the Chargers. So 2 for the Chargers, 1 for Denver there. 2 Saturday games this week because of the Wednesday Christmas games the following week. All 4 of these teams will be playing on Wednesday as well. So going to be playing on short weeks.
2 short weeks in a row.
Patrick Mahomes in the first game. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, it says it's a high ankle sprain, but he's practiced fully all week. I don't really understand that. I don't know why the Chiefs really think they need this game or whatever. If I were them, I'd probably sit him and give him some rest and let Carson Wentz take some reps. But Hollywood Brown set to make his Chiefs debut. He's supposed to come back this week, barring setbacks. Found that out roughly an hour ago. Don't know if that makes a huge difference. I'm going to take Houston here. I don't really love either of these teams, but with Mahomes hobbled and the way Houston's defense played the last couple weeks, I'm going to go with Houston. Brian, what do you have?
I'm going. You took every single thing that I was going to say. It's absolutely pointless for me to say anything. Just give me Houston, just because every single little nitty gritty critique you just gave is exactly what would have come out of my mouth.
Yeah, I would. I don't see why Mahomes is playing in this game. I think the only reason is they're probably still trying to fight for that number 1 seed over Buffalo to have the home playoff.
Gotta be
guaranteed, which I get. But yeah, 3 points is enough for me to take the Chiefs over the Texans, who have kind of been rough the last 5 or 6 weeks. I know they played okay last week, but yeah, give me the Chiefs cover.
Okay.
All right. The other Saturday game is our big game of the week, especially in terms of this podcast. We've got George Pickens and TJ Watt both questionable. Watt did not practice on Tuesday, but did practice in limited capacity yesterday, I believe. But I do have a couple stats here. George Pickens, the offense for Pittsburgh has just been bad straight up without George Pickens in the lineup the last couple of weeks. But without TJ Watt in the lineup since he's been on the Steelers are 1-10. And that does not surprise me. TJ Watt is one of the most impactful players in the league. I can't believe that stat based on the fact that he's a defensive player. But obviously he is so good. I'm going to take Baltimore here. I think everything screams Baltimore. I don't think the Steelers are super healthy. I think we had kind of a get-right game after a bye last week, us being Baltimore. And I think Lamar is going to get right against the Steelers for the first time in really his career. I'm going to take Baltimore, and I think we win by a couple touchdowns.
Yep. Health and home field advantage are the two massive things that I lean toward in this one. Forget bias, being a Ravens fan. Give me the Ravens all day. I think I said it last week. I like that. I like that big time. Yeah, you got me sidetracked now, but I think they win this game for the first time in a long time by more than 7 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride the close game since they just never cover. The favorite never covers in this game. Give me the Steelers to cover, but I do think the Ravens get this one because, like you guys said, we are much healthier than they are, even though I do think TJ Watt will play.
If I remember correctly, the line is 6.5.
Yes. I need to pull those up. My bad.
Usually we have those on the screen. Brooks is going to pull those up now, and I'm
slacking.
Try to figure out my internet while he does that.
But on that note, Brooksy, while you're pulling that up, love that Navy. Is that a quarter zip or a hoodie, or I can't really tell?
Yeah, it's a full zip.
Full zip.
Zip.
Both teams had phenomenal jerseys. Oh,
yeah,
man, that was great.
Yeah, I agree. Navy's is better, but
I like Navy's better, not because I'm a local guy, so I'm going to take Navy. But the Jolly Roger skull crossbones thing was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw it. Once I saw it, I had to get it. Plus, the college I went to has a Jolly Roger as our mascot, so it just kind of plays.
What is a Jolly Roger? Don't tell me the candy.
I don't know. I have no idea. NFL lines.
So it was I was surprised to see how much Navy won by.
Yeah, that game. I don't know if you watched any of that game. The Army quarterback, I think, is terribly overrated.
Well, he's like all the hype too.
They were saying like he was a couple votes away from getting into the Heisman presentation, basically. And I'm like, the guy can't throw a football. Like,
yeah,
does not look like he knows how to throw a football.
Dusty, what's up with your Wi-Fi today, man? You got weather out there? Or?
No, it's completely beautiful out. I have no idea what's going on, but it's pissing me off. Sorry, guys.
Tell you what, the weather this weekend is going to look. No, we're just talking about Army Navy. The weather this
Yeah.
weekend is going to be, let's just say, nippy here in Baltimore for this.
It's
Ravens
supposed to
Steelers
get
game.
real cold tomorrow,
Good.
I believe.
Yep, still 6.5.
Well,
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I think this is is Pickens definitely not playing again with the hamstring?
We don't know. He's questionable. He was out. He was kind of questionable last week too. So it's
I could see him
possible that he
playing this
plays,
week.
but even if he does play, it doesn't seem like he's going to be 100%.
All right.
So.
All right, I think both those guys play. Again, reiterating, this game's always close. But yeah, give me the Steelers to cover, but the Ravens to win. But I would like to see a B word in this one. That'd be nice. Blowout.
All right. Next game we have is the Lions at the Chicago Bears. The Lions are dropping like flies in the injury department, having a lot of guys go down. David Montgomery out for the season, as we said earlier. Lee McNeil, who they just gave $90+ million extension to, out for the year as a D tackle, it looks like. Carlton Davis broke his jaw. He's one of their starting corners. Just really been a rough go of it for the Detroit Lions over the last few weeks with the injury bug.
That's about TJ Watt. I didn't see this yet. I didn't see it yet.
Yeah.
But
Pigtown, when did that happen? Is that today, yesterday?
He said yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not good for TJ Watt, especially if he's not going to be 100%. That's a game that the Steelers probably need. Anyway, Detroit and Chicago. What do we have on this? Like I said, Detroit is going through some injury bug stuff, but Chicago's kind of having the season from hell themselves. Brooks, what do you have on this one first?
Yeah, don't care. Give me Detroit by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Brian?
Detroit by 2 touchdowns. Dan Campbell's not going to let these guys lose to Chicago, even in Chicago, and even if Chicago is more healthy. Caleb Williams was lost. He's getting beat like a drum. I'll take the Lions all day.
I'm gonna go contrarian here and take Chicago. I don't think they'll win the game, but I think they'll keep it close, or they could backdoor it. I think that pretty much anybody's going to be able to move the ball on Detroit at this point. So I think Caleb Williams could have a pretty decent game here. Give me Chicago. I don't love it though. Cleveland at Cincinnati. This game, 7.5. It looks like Jameis is going to get benched in favor of Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Jameis has thrown 8 picks in the last 3 games, so that makes sense to me. Going to be moving on from him. Bengals have covered just once at home, going 1-5 against the spread in Cincinnati. I don't know if I love them as a big 7.5-point favorite here. Brian, what do you think?
I'm going to go the Browns on this one. I think the Bengals win the game. That number scares the living hell out of me. Dorian Thompson-Robinson isn't a terrible quarterback. I actually liked him coming out of UCLA. I was hoping the Ravens would pick him up. So and Myles Garrett's still on the other sideline, and he still cares. And I'm a huge Shelby Brown fan after that impassioned speech. So I'm going Brownies here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cincy. Just because I just think their offense is humming right now. So give me Cincy to cover.
I'm going to take Cleveland. This Cincy defense couldn't stop me running through the hole. I know Nick Chubb broke his foot, but I think Jerome Ford has actually had a pretty decent season filling in for Nick Chubb. So I'm going to take Cleveland here plus the points. I do think Cincy probably wins this game, but Cincy's defense is just atrocious. So I'm not going to take them minus 7.5 against anybody.
Oh, my bad.
You're good. If you want to flip to the next game real quick. Philly and the Washington Commanders. This is actually a pretty big game. I know Philly has won, 10 in a row now? And Washington had a nice little win there last week where they actually not a nice little win, a game that they almost blew last week after a nice win the week before. I'm going to take Philly here. I don't know why this line's only 3.5. I think they're clearly the better team. I would probably put this line at closer to 5.5. So I'll take those 2 free points, and I'll take Philly. I think they win big, or I think they win handily.
I got Philly is going to have a letdown. Give me the Washington Commanders to win the game outright.
Yeah,
Love it.
I'm on that as well. I think Philly's due for a letdown, and they just had a hard game against the Steelers, hard hitting game against Steelers. We always know how those games, the follow up games, go after those for all the teams involved. So yeah, give me the commies to cover.
Fair enough.
And
Looks like I'm going solo.
Pigtown sent me over the video, so let me share that.
Cool. And is Joe Racky on today?
Oh yeah, he wants the commies.
Yeah, there he is. Well, Joe, I want to let Joe pick the next game when we get to the next game. I don't even know what it is. What's our next game? That way Joe can start the.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
I'll tell you in a second.
Is this from Hard Knocks?
No, this is just they just put this out on their one of their local news guys.
I don't know if that tells me much. He looks a little uneasy, but I mean, he's TJ Watt. So I'm still going to be terrified of him as a Ravens fan.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it feels good, but shot of Toradol can get you through anything.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Brooks, what is the next game? Because obviously we're not in the same order as DraftKings because all the 1 o'clock games are going to be different.
Rams,
in the different
Jets.
order on whatever. Rams and Jets. Actually think this could be a little sneaky upset here. I'm taking the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Jets plus 3.5. Oh, it's 3 now. Ugh, I don't like that as much. I'm still gonna go with the Jets. I know the Rams have been playing better, but I don't know. I just got a feeling about this one. They're going all the way West Coast to East Coast. I think that they're kind of due for a down game, and I think their offensive line is pretty bad. So maybe Quinnen Williams is going to be able to expose that a little bit.
I'm with you, Dusty. I'm taking the Jets here to at least cover and possibly win. So, and actually, Devontae and Rodgers looking like they're getting on the same page here. I know it was second half of last game. But the game before that, he threw for over 300 yards as well. So it looks like he's starting to figure it out a little bit. Not like it's game changing or anything like that the way he was before, but looks like he's starting to get a little bit more on track. So give me the Jets to possibly upset. I think this is gonna be a close one though.
Joe is picking
got
this
my pick.
game. Joe says he wants the Rams. I don't blame you there, Joe. He says the Jets are a dumpster fire. You're not wrong about that.
Not wrong about that.
This is just kind of a feeling flyer game because we can't take the favorites in every game, right?
Did anyone read the article on Pro Football Talk that came out earlier today about the Jets were in line to get Jerry Jeudy in a trade in the offseason?
I saw this, yeah.
Jerry Jeudy already has over 1,000 yards for the season. And his Woody Johnson, the owner's son,
blocked it because
Jerry Jeudy didn't have a good Madden rating. Get the fuck out of the league. I think his name is Brick, too, by the way.
I think I heard this. I think I saw this on Twitter a couple weeks ago, maybe, but I guess the official article did just come out. But yeah, I did see that got blocked.
What a debacle.
Yeah.
By the way, Jerry Jeudy's 1,000 receiving yards this season have to have all come back in the last 4 weeks. He's been going crazy.
Yeah.
The last couple weeks.
That's why I'm like in that Cincy Cleveland game with if they're going to actually bet. I don't know if they've officially announced it. I know it seems like that's what it's going to happen. I don't know if they've come out and said it yet, but I just don't think they can keep it close without Jameis back there slinging it, to be honest with you. You need him to not turn the ball over, obviously, but I just don't think DTR is gonna bring that kind of firepower to even keep up. But we'll see.
It is official. He is starting.
Okay.
Next game, Arizona and the Panthers. The Panthers looked have looked relatively decent as of late, although last week not so good against the Cowboys, where they allowed CeeDee Lamb and Rico Dowdle to pretty much do whatever they wanted. I don't know. I don't really love either of these teams, but the Cardinals are just better than the Panthers. I'm going to take the Cardinals here. Don't love it. Don't really have too much to say on this game other than that.
I took the Cardinals the last couple weeks because they've been playing well, and I don't know if I definitely didn't win last week's pick, but I think I won the pick before with them. I'm not going to get greedy here picking the Panthers anymore. I'll take the Cardinals, even though they don't look great right now either.
Yeah. Brian, what do you have on this one? As he goes to get a glass of wine. Brian, Cardinals or Panthers?
Muted.
Unmute, jackass.
Damn it. Give me the Panthers. I can't trust Kyler Murray. I'm still off the Kyler Murray wagon, even though they got a winning record. Give me the Panthers.
This is the battle of the tiny quarterbacks, by the way.
Yeah.
Murray and Bryce Young.
Bryce Young's got bigger, he got longer legs.
Yeah, but Kyler Murray's
one of his legs are longer.
Guy. All right, Brooks, what's the next one? All right, Giants at Falcons. Brian's been saying it for weeks here. The Giants are tanking as an organization. I don't care who's starting for the Falcons, although we know it's Michael Penix over Kirk Cousins. I'm going to take them regardless of which quarterback is playing because this Giants team is giving up.
I agree. I'm on the same boat as you on this one, but I am surprised to see that they are starting Penix now after what I heard. I listened to Dan Orlovsky talk about his pregame stuff with Raheem Morris, and he basically said that he's not gonna. He's seen it over and over again. He's not gonna start a rookie quarterback, and he's seen people ruin a bunch of rookie quarterbacks' careers, basically starting them too early and all this different stuff. And he's not going to do that to this guy, and he's going to let him sit and develop and all that stuff. And then the next week they announced that he's starting. So, which is kind of surprising to me. But yeah, I still think that the Falcons are going to cover here, regardless of who's playing quarterback.
I am drinking red wine, which means I'm now more sophisticated, and I will get every pick right moving forward. Also, I'm just really in the mood for red wine the last 2 days. I will definitely go with the Atlanta Falcons here and Michael Penix.
First team ride.
Big Penix energy.
Big Penix energy. First team ride. Atlanta Falcons against the Giants. We all agree that the Giants have given up on football. That team stinks. And speaking of stinks, this next game stinks too. Indianapolis Colts -3.5 against their division rival Tennessee Titans. Mason Rudolph is going to start this game because Will Levis has been so bad. I don't really understand that. Mason Rudolph, you kind of know what you're going to get there. At least Will Levis has had flashes of good. I don't get it, but whatever. I'm taking Indy regardless. Both of the quarterbacks for Tennessee stink, and their team stinks around them.
Yeah, give me the Colts here. I think this is a must win for a lot of people in that organization, to be honest with you. If they don't win this game, there's going to be some massive firings, including I don't think the head coach gets fired. I really don't. I don't think he's had really a chance there yet. But yeah, I do think Ballard goes.
You know, in the spirit of Christmas, you can't go against a guy with the last name Rudolph on the week of Christmas.
Fair.
Give me the Tennessee Titans. There's my methodology. There is what I think. Both teams suck. I'd rather watch the Home Garden Network than Home Garden TV than this game.
Colts give it away even if they are winning.
I'll take Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer playing quarterback for the Tennessee Titans.
Okay. On to the 4 o'clocks. Minnesota at Seattle, a game that we're not 100% sure Geno Smith is going to be playing in. He's been kind of questionable. And even if he does, I don't know. This Minnesota Vikings defense is for real. Mm-hmm. I do think Geno will probably give it a shot in this game. Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker both missed practice yesterday, so I don't know if the Seahawks are going to have any of their weapons on offense, especially if Geno is going to be hurt. But if Sam Howell plays in this game, hammer the Minnesota Vikings because he stinks and he's going to get sacked 4 million times. I'm going to take Minnesota just based on the fact that Geno's not healthy. Although I think Seattle, this is kind of a kitchen sink game for them because they are tied with the Rams, and if the Rams go beat the Jets, they're going to have a tough time winning this division and making the playoffs.
I'm going to take the home dog here. I'm going to go home dog, even with Sam Howell quarterback. I'm going to go home dog. I still don't believe in the Vikings. I don't know why. I just don't believe in them. And they're 12-2.
They're 12-2. And their defense is sick.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Vikings here. Just if this was a little bit more, then I would probably be going Seahawks as well. Yeah. But three is not enough for me to sway me.
Yeah. All right. I think next game is probably Pats Bills. Yeah, this line is 14. Which is massive, especially considering it is a division game, but not so massive considering what Buffalo has been doing to every team, especially the bad ones this year. I believe that against below 500 opponents, I think their plus minus is plus 129. The Patriots are terrible, and they play the Patriots twice in the next 3 weeks to finish the season. Buffalo wins this game. They pretty much don't have to worry about the rest of the season anyway. I'm going to take Buffalo huge here. Drake May's frisky, but this Pats team is bad, and Buffalo's killing everyone.
Give me the Pats and a backdoor cover.
Yeah. It's too many points.
I could see them getting blown out the entire game and then scoring. Bills take some of their guys out and scoring a couple at the end.
There's a turnover here somewhere that makes the Patriots cover this. No, give me the Pats.
Look, fair enough. I'm not going to blame you for taking an NFL team plus 14 points, but
yeah. Then again, we said the same thing last week. It was 16.5 for the Giants or whatever.
That game was never close. Yeah. San Francisco at Miami. Yuck, this game. Two teams that we thought were probably before the season. This probably looked like a pretty decent game, but based on how the season's turned out, it's not. These two teams have been really ugly. Brian, let's let you go first. What do you have on this one?
Sure. I just think this is the quintessential. The Niners step up and beat the Dolphins as the Dolphins are completely in disarray. Tua is actually starting to miss some throws.
Dude, he was bad.
His biggest thing is accuracy. I'm taking the Niners in this because it's a pick'em game. And I think this could be the nail in the coffin game for Mike McDaniel.
I don't think so. They just re-signed him into in the offseason. I don't think they're gonna fire him quite yet. Let me see. Yeah.
I'm not saying he gets fired after the game. I'm saying if he loses this game, this could make the decision for after the season.
Well, I'm disagreeing regardless. I think they'll give him another year at least.
Okay.
But yeah, give me Miami at home dogs. I don't love either of these picks if I pick either way. So give me Miami at home.
Yeah, this is a stay away. Isaac Guerrero, who's the third string running back for the Niners, did not practice yesterday. So who knows who's going to be playing running back for the Niners? Deebo Samuel stinks. Brandon Ayuk's dead. Half their defense is dead. Trent Williams is going to retire. I don't know. Give me San Francisco anyway, but this game sucks. Speaking of sucking, what a game this is.
Oh my God.
You guys might, if you got any Christmas shopping to do, 425 might be a good time to do it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be a pretty ugly stretch of games here. Jacksonville at Las Vegas Raiders. I have no idea. I have Jacksonville with a question mark next to it. Who knows?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, give me Jacksonville. And I don't even have a reason. I don't know. This is a toss-up.
Right?
See which way this goes. I'm going to spin an Orioles cufflink. All right, went the Jacksonville Jaguars way. Give me the Jags.
Look at that. It's team ride on the Jags.
Really?
Atlanta and our two team rides thus far are Atlanta and the Jags. Yuck.
Yeah.
We're not going to be parlaying that together because
No.
I'm not betting on either of those two teams.
Watch them both
Tampa
win.
Bay Bucks at Dallas. Actually kind of fun. Dallas has been kind of frisky the last couple weeks. Tampa's been really good, and they're looking to cement themselves as the leader in that NFC South. With the Atlanta Falcons having a cupcake against the Giants this week. They do not want to lose this game to Dallas, I'm sure, but Cooper Rush, CeeDee Lamb, Rico Dowdle have been pretty good. Michael Parsons has been really good and underrated since he's come back from injury for Dallas. I'm going to take Dallas here plus the points at home, although I do think Tampa wins the game.
This is weird. They are begging you to take Tampa in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that being said, give me Dallas as well. I mean, I want to take Tampa. I really do. But this just screams like Vegas is like, please put your money on Tampa. And there's got to be 90% money on Tampa in this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the bait. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. Mike Evans is gonna be too dominant against that Dallas secondary.
Yeah. Yep, I don't
weird
disagree
one.
with you at all.
It's a weird
I
line.
think that could be a smash over. 48.5 might even be too low. I think that game could be
I could see
easily 30s, 40s points wise. This game stinks too. Monday night, Green Bay Packers hosting the New Orleans Saints. The line is 14, which I could not believe. Green Bay hasn't looked very good this year, but Derek Carr is not going to play again.
What's the weather?
I will find out right now. Green Bay.
Probably should have found that out in the Buffalo game too.
Oh yeah.
This Sunday it's supposed to be 26, no snow or rain. Just 26 degrees and partly cloudy.
Okay. If that's the case, give me the Saints. Too many points. They're still an NFL team, and these guys are fighting for jobs. I will take the Saints. And Jordan Love always keeps both teams in the game. So I will take the Saints. If it was snowing and this is run, Rudolph, then I'm going to take the Pack. But because of what I just said, I'll go Saints.
Brooks?
Shit. Yeah, I just have a hard time betting this many points. So just give me the Saints. We should look up. I want to see like how many times teams this year, like over 12, have covered that. The favorite has covered that. I know obviously the Ravens did, but I want to see. I'd like to look that up at some point.
Yeah,
there can only be about 10 of those games throughout the duration of the year.
Yeah, it's probably less than a dozen of them. Yeah. I'm going to take Green Bay here, just once again to be different, but also I just think Derek Carr being out hurts the Saints, obviously, because he's better than Spencer Rattler and Jake Haener. But I think Josh Jacobs has a huge game here. I think he goes well over 100 yards. He might score 2 or 3 touchdowns in this game. And I think Green Bay doesn't have to throw the ball at all here. I think they're just going to pound them. And I think they'll be able to have success and control the game. And yeah, that's the last pick for this week. Anything stand out to you other than the fact that the 4:00 window on Sunday looks horrible?
No.
Game of the week for me is the Ravens Steelers.
I actually can't believe the Ravens are favored by 6.5 in this game. Just for recency bias and history in this matchup. That surprises me a little bit.
The TJ Watt effect has got to be driving at least two of those points.
Yeah, I think that high line is the reason I like the Ravens so much in this game, because I don't think that Vegas would make the spread that high if they didn't have some sort of inkling on this game. So that's just my philosophy. I don't know if that's the way I should be looking at it, but the way I am looking at it.
Antonio wants to know if we're doing call-ins today. We can do a quick one because Dusty's got to get out of here at like 11:50. Let me send the invite out.
And if you guys want to run a little bit, you can talk about. I don't know if you guys want to talk about Sugano at all, or if you want to talk about Bellinger to the Yankees. Arenado said he was going to block a trade to the Astros. We got college football stuff. If you guys want to stay on and talk after I get off here, you're more than welcome to, obviously. But we can also save that stuff for Monday if you want to do that.
I'm going to bring up college football and the television stuff, but that's it. We can say. I mean, I want to bring up college football because it's all going to occur before we all get back together next
Correct.
Monday. So I don't want to hit that. The Orioles stuff that can simmer for a couple days.
Yeah. Obviously, you guys go ahead. I told them this off air, guys, but we're gonna make a graphic. We're all gonna pick the college football games against the spread, all the games in the playoffs. I'm gonna make a graphic, and we'll keep track of that and see who does the best. And maybe we'll have a prize or a punishment on that.
Can we do?
Guys have?
Can we do like something on like ESPN or something where we can start like a bracket kind of deal where everybody picks? Can you do that?
We can certainly try. I don't know. I would imagine so.
Right.
I don't know if
let's see if we let's look into that. It starts tomorrow night, and if there's something going on, we'll post something on social media to see if we can get the fans get people to kind of compete against us, and we'll give away a prize for whoever wins. So, here we go. Yeah. We got Joe joining us.
Hey Joe, what up, baby?
How's it going,
What's
fellas?
up, Joe?
Go, my man. How's the Red Bull truck treating you?
You got to drink that wine pinky out, man. You got to be
all day.
Got to.
Anything for you.
You got to do it right. You can't half-ass that shit.
Truck working good today?
Yeah, we're
knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. I got my rig back on Tuesday, so it came back from the shop. So it's
cool.
Nice.
So far, so good, and the month's been treating me well. December's usually really slow, but for some reason, it's not. Probably next week when the kids are out of school, will slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Dusty, get on out of here. I know you got to roll, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, guys, I don't want to interrupt you, Joe, but I got to get out of here. You guys have a good rest of the show, and I'll see you next time we do this. Thanks.
Call you, buddy. Love you, man.
See you, buddy.
See you later.
What do you think about this Ravens-Steelers game?
Yeah. I'm going with the Ravens all day, but I'm disappointed you guys just didn't follow the
team ride
from last week and go a team ride against them so that they whoop the Steelers' ass. but
I tried. I tried. I was the only one on board with it.
I mean, if they lose, we'll blame Dusty since he's not here now. But
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, perfect.
I usually do that anyway.
Perfect.
Yeah, it should be a hell of a game, and if Watt can play, I'll give it up to him, man. He looks like he's hurting, but
I think he will. He's a grinder. And he's not going to miss this game.
It's for the division, so
yeah.
He's got it in him. He wants to play.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part for them. Is these two injuries couldn't happen at a worse time. Not only Ravens week, but this game really does make puts the division up for grabs. The Ravens have to win this. So I like the desperation the Ravens are going to have.
Yeah, I agree. And like Pigtown said in the chat, if Rosengartner just lays Watt out, put him out early, make him silly play. Nothing, no penalties, nothing crazy, but just football.
Just let him know you're there.
What a steal in the draft getting him. I think didn't he tear his ACL with the combine or something? And he was going to be like a first or second round pick, and then we ended up getting him in whatever round later. He's a steal, Rosengarten.
Him and Hamilton both steals of the draft.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
People had Hamilton the best pick and the best player in that draft, and he fell to us like 14.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so as well.
And he wears right, Brooks?
What's that?
He wears the right sweatshirts, right?
He does. He wears the Hall sweatshirts. We're not gonna say Zay Squared over there was posing with the Turkey Bowl trophy with some of the Loyola players. So they're on my naughty list right now. But like Joe said, if they go out and put up 3 touchdowns and 150 yards, all's forgiven.
Yeah, I think you're going to beat me this weekend in the Tulip Bowl. I actually won. So,
are we going against each other right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, I got to make sure my lineup's set then.
But the other moves on. So it's a battle of who wants last place. I want last place. Go all in. If you want to go in, go in.
Good point.
All right, buddy. Let's get Antonio on here.
All right, buddy. See you, Joe. Be good, man.
Later.
Have a good work day.
Yep.
Hey, Antonio.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
It's going great. Happy
Good,
early
how are you?
birthday.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I think the Ravens are gonna win big this game.
Okay. All right. I like it.
What's your score prediction?
31 to 30, 37 to 31.
Okay.
I like
All
it.
right. I like it. How are your mom and dad?
They're good.
Great. Well, we will we'll see you we'll see you next week, and then we'll give you a shout out on your birthday on the 30th. I'll actually be sitting next to Mr. Brooks here out in Indianapolis on your birthday.
Okay. See you guys next week.
See you, buddy.
Hey, Antonio.
Hi.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more. We got British Reed. Finally.
How's it going,
What
guys?
up, baby?
How you doing?
Yeah. What we got out there? 7 o'clock?
It's currently almost 5 p.m.
Almost.
Oh,
okay.
That's not too bad. He's on Ryan's show for like the pregame stuff. And I'm like, I don't know how you're staying up for all this.
Damn, man.
My sleep schedule is broken, especially if you consider like me being English. I don't have an English sleep schedule anymore.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, Nick, I have a question. How did you become a Ravens fan? Did you grow up in Baltimore, or do you have Baltimore ties in any way, shape, or form?
It's a very long story. I originally came to know about the Ravens long before the 2012 Super Bowl season.
Okay.
The very famous defense of 2000 was on highlight packages all around our coverage. So we tend to have like best of TV shows that occur quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I turned on Sky Sports that day, and it was the Ravens 2000 defense that I saw. Obviously, when I saw that in 2007 for the first time, it wasn't easy for me as a school kid to follow American football. So
seriously.
Yeah, I grew away from it, unfortunately, at that point. But when I started my career 2012, I had a mentor who was from Baltimore. I can't quite remember where he was actually born, but he drew me in to Baltimore sports. But first for the Orioles.
Oh.
He was a long-time Baltimore Colts fan. And he was like, yeah, definitely don't follow me. I made the bad decision.
No, that's all good.
So you obviously you watched those 2000 defenses in those highlight packages. Did you have a player or anything that you really gravitated to? I mean, most people are going to say Ray. It's understandable.
That's the easy answer, and I'm going to take that easy answer. Ray Lewis was a very, very special player.
Brooksy, who did you like from that 2000 Ravens defense?
The 2000, obviously that was before Ed.
Rob Woodson was a safety.
That's usually my go-to. Him, I loved Peter Boulware.
Yeah,
back then as well. But yeah, I mean, I got him and Darren Sharper as well.
Well, no, Jamie Sharper.
Jamie Sharper, sorry.
I'm going to say Sam Adams as well. He was a great DT.
Man,
that's where I'm going. I was going Sam Adams and the Goose in the middle. Those are my two guys.
He was a Pro Bowler that year.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Goose.
Can you imagine that man meat coming at you in the middle?
I would make many business decisions that day.
You're not running up the middle against that team. There's just nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
Goose is talking shit to you the entire time. He's like, hand checking you in the face and stuff. So, man.
Goose was a proper shit talker.
I love the way you put that.
Dude, he really is. He was awesome. So what are your thoughts on this Pittsburgh Ravens game?
So I learned the hard way that predicting the B word is bad. I'm just going to say we're going to win 9-7.
Oh, I like this.
We're God. Win 9-7.
Man, that's I like it. I like it. That's going to be a boring game, but I like it. That's going to be old school. That's going to be old school Ravens Steelers.
Yeah. It's hard-nosed stuff.
I can see Caitlin moving around in the background of Brooks's, the reflection of Brooks's.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, she's back here doing Mrs. Santa Claus stuff.
No, nice.
So 9-7, I like it. That would definitely be a throwback. That would mean, man, that would be fun. But I also would be, man, Lamar would be so pissed off if he wasn't putting up points.
Yeah. Nick, have you been to Baltimore? Have you been to a Ravens game?
I was set to come this year, but unfortunately the plans fell through.
Okay.
I've seen the Ravens live twice in London,
All right.
so I survived that
man.
game.
And
I
they always
survived the
play
first one.
bad. They always play bad in London too.
What was it? The Jaguars that got beat like 55-7 or something. It was something
Mercedes
brutal.
Lewis had an incredible game.
Oh, man. He's still in the league, which
He
is
is.
stunning.
Yeah.
He's 41 maybe.
And I think
Jesus,
he's
I
trying to
feel
play
about
again
that.
next year. And people swear that he's like one of the best teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy still blocks. Need blocking tight
Sneaky good
ends.
as well, though. He's sneaky good.
He is. I mean, he'll still go catch balls. I mean, he's a big donkey out there, so just throw it up above him, let him go get it.
Absolutely.
Nick, do you watch any of the college football stuff? Do you follow that at all?
I don't really watch college ball. No.
Okay.
Again, it is quite difficult to follow.
Mhm.
So I
Just
tend to
TV wise or timing wise?
Yeah, I mean TV wise,
Okay.
it's not really covered too well in the UK. We get maybe 1 or 2 games a week. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
that's big.
Who's your football team, soccer team out there?
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Okay.
Okay.
Which you'd probably think I would have drawn more towards New England sports because same ownership.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I was stolen quite
So
early on.
where do you live? Where do you live in Britain?
So I'm in the East Midlands, Nottingham.
Okay. All right.
The Robin Hood County, as I call it.
Gotcha.
Sherwood Forest is actually in my council area.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
that's cool.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome, man. Well, you got anything else for us, or
Yeah.
or are we just gonna see you on Ryan's show later?
I mean, I'll be on Ryan's show tomorrow for the call-in.
And by the way, Brooksy and Dusty, you guys killed it with that shotgun of beer. Give your
I was trying to
parlay
tell
and then get out. Get in, get out was great. That was the best man speech of best man speeches.
That was great.
I was like, Dusty, come up. I was like, do you have a parlay that you're betting on in this game? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, we're gonna shotgun a beer, get on and get off, and not take up any more time because I was like, I know they're trying to get off. So,
Right.
but
That was
I don't
pure
know.
gold.
That's gonna have to become a tradition, maybe. I don't know. Or we're gonna have to find something else.
Just do it again. If it works, it works.
Hey,
Yeah,
we hit the parlay, Nick. We hit
Yeah.
the damn parlay.
You got to do it then. I mean, it's
Yeah.
almost mandated.
And you got the shout out from Ryan's ex as well.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah. I was like, Ryan's gonna be pissed because he's not there today.
Yeah.
And we're calling in shotgun and beers, but whatever.
So good.
All right, Nick. It was good
All right,
talking to you.
Nick.
Thanks for calling in, man. I
Yeah,
hope you
thanks for
start
calling
calling
in.
in more.
Have a
Let's
great
go
day,
to
guys.
call in whenever you want, man. Please. It's awesome. Have a good one, man.
Take it easy, guys.
It is. That was
All
great.
right.
That was awesome.
Dude, Nick is awesome on Ryan's show. He calls in with with like the full Baltimore gear, like football gear on, helmet and everything.
Oh,
Um,
really? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome, dude.
And he's a big baseball guy, I guess. We didn't get a chance.
Yeah,
to
I
ask
didn't
him.
know that actually. I watch Ryan's show quite a bit, and I actually didn't know that he was real big into baseball. So that's good. That's good to know. We have to settle a debate for Joe, fellas. Can you settle something for me? Is Washington Boulevard Walmart in Arbutus? Rocco tried to tell me it was.
I think that's Halethorpe.
That's technically, yeah. I mean, that all that runs into like, I mean, from being a Baltimore County officer, that all runs into the Catonsville precinct. I used to do a lot of secondary work over there as well. I believe that is either technically Catonsville or Halethorpe. I can't remember though. You got to remember, I haven't been an officer for 8 years now, probably.
I can't believe this is my Google searching is just absolutely ridiculous. Like what my Google searches are.
Yeah, the next morning Google searches after being
It's
out at
our-
the bar with somebody.
It's Arbutus. Rocco.
No,
Rocco's
Joe.
got you.
No, it's not in
No.
the city. No, because I technically used to work over there, and
Yeah.
I have a couple officer friends that were involved in some shootings at that Walmart. Actually,
It's the Butis. Sorry, Joe. Rocco's got you on this one.
I wouldn't have guessed that was Arbutus, but I can't. I don't remember where Arbutus and Halethorpe and Catonsville, where all that lines are for that. That wasn't my main precinct.
I heard a good. Speaking of Baltimore townships or cities, I heard a good one yesterday. You ever look what Odenton backwards spells?
No.
Nothing to do. Nothing to do.
That's fair.
Oh man, but college football real quick, Brooksy, if you got time. Have you been paying attention to the matchups and what's going on?
Nobody that rocks the red and gold is calling that. Yeah, I've been paying attention. My brother-in-law and father-in-law are going up to the IU Notre Dame game tomorrow, which I think is going to be might be a little snowy. We'll see.
How far away is that? How far south, Ben?
About 2.5, 3 hours.
Okay. Are they IU fans, I'm assuming?
Yeah. They're big IU fans, went to IU and everything. So
Go ahead.
I'm
surprised that some of these games are on TNT.
See, I didn't know that. I don't know where they're being televised, but
so the game on the Penn State SMU game, which is the first game on Saturday, is a TNT game. And I think there are 4 games on Saturday, and it goes first game TNT, second game ABC, ESPN, same thing. And then third game TNT, and then the last game, which is Ohio State versus Tennessee, is ABC as well.
I mean, I guess they just won the bidding for it.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume. I don't know how all that ended up working out. I didn't do enough research on that, but
I'm intrigued to see how the ratings go for these games nationally. I know regionally they're going to really go toward college football. But nationally, do people watch more of the college football playoff, or do they watch more of the 2 NFL games that are going?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I would say that they're going to watch more NFL, but especially since it's going to be SMU, Penn State, and Clemson and Texas are on. Oh no, I guess Tennessee, Ohio State's on Sunday, right?
Yeah. No. Tennessee, Ohio State Saturday night.
That's Saturday night. So they got 3 games on Saturday, or is it 2 and 2?
4. It's 4 games. They only have one game. They only have one game tomorrow, which is Indiana, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And then they have 4 on Saturday. I think the first one's at noon.
Huh.
I might be making that up.
One of the other ones. Well, that would be too many teams, right? 2, 4.
Yeah,
6,
I think I'm making that one up. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I screwed that up.
But there could be another bowl game going on because they do have bowl games going on. I mean, I'll be watching football. I mean, I'll be going back and forth, really. But
you look here.
Hi,
Kate. Hi. Hey, do you guys want me to bring anything out there when I come out? You want me to bring like burger cookies or? Are you still on?
Yeah.
What do you say?
He wants to know if you want him to bring anything out when he comes out,
like burger cookies, anything Baltimore oriented, Maryland oriented.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Just bring your cheery little self.
I'll be smiling. I'm excited. I think I've already pre-packed. I'm ready to go. Get this kid here now. I got to work on Christmas. I don't even get to spend Christmas with my family. It stinks.
Fun. All right, let's save the Orioles stuff for next week. We'll do a Orioles hot stove probably next week since we have a hot stove. Just your presence is enough, Brian. See?
Well, so yes, the first 2 games on Saturday are on TNT. The noon game and the 4 o'clock game are TNT. The 8 p.m. game on Saturday is ABC and ESPN.
Huh. Okay. We'll see it, and we got to see how this Netflix thing goes too on Christmas. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, it could be
which is funny because it's on Netflix, but it's all being produced by ABC, which is like so you moved it to streaming just to let the same old company produce it. It just
Well,
makes
that's
no
because
sense.
I think ABC also has the NBA games, which I'm sure they have a TV contract that outdates the NFL contract with them.
It shouldn't matter. It's on Netflix's platform. Why are they letting ABC produce it? I don't know. Maybe they just had too much of an issue with the streaming on the other one. They needed help. Who knows?
There's too much. I mean, everyone's looking to get a little sliver of the mainstream media pie.
I don't blame them. A lot of money to be made.
Whatever platform you can get it, and then also just to give my little moniker down here. For whatever reason, Delaware Dave and I have started calling Tomoyuki Sugano Steve, and we're going to continue to call him Steve because we believe he's going to win the Cy Young. So
okay, that's. I hope you're right. I wouldn't take that bet, but
I wouldn't either. Cy Young Steve is what we're going with. Cy Young Steve.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's no bandwidth. You're right. There's just no bandwidth. It's so many, and if they start putting this shit on like True TV and all these other which is still
like March Madness.
Yeah, like come on, man, we're getting a little ridiculous here.
Yeah.
Before you know it, Bravo is going to have a freaking game on.
I think they do for March Madness, don't they?
Sure, I'm sure the Kardashians playing it. It's Vanderpump Rules versus the Kardashians. In the battle of hell.
Yeah.
So.
All right, yeah, we'll do a hot stove. We'll do a hot stove next week. Hopefully some other chips kind of fall before them because we obviously still need to go over the Steve trade.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up here. We'll try to do a happy hour coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That will be probably sometime while you're out here, Brian. That'll probably be easiest. And then while Brian's here, we're going to do the same thing that we did with Dusty while he was here. We're going to do the golf. We're going to try to beat the same pro because we ended up losing by 1.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how did that go? I didn't have any chance to watch it.
It was okay. We had some tech stuff with like internet and just some camera issue stuff. I think we have it figured out for this one, so it kept cutting on us a little bit. But I think Justin and I got it figured out to where it should be pretty smooth.
Right.
Like it got to the point where I was just like didn't want to touch anything because I didn't want the internet to get too overblown. Like there was no way you could have got in there.
Fair enough. And then lefty sticks. Do they have lefty sticks there, or do I need to bring something?
So this is a part of the challenge as well. So you'll have a driver, a 3-wood, a hybrid. Your only iron that you have is a 7, and then you have like 3 wedges.
Okay.
Like a 56, a 60, and a 52, probably, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a part of the allure of it as well. So if you want to bring some, go ahead. But those are the ones that he had. Dusty just had to kind of like take some shots.
No, that's fine. I'll just go with those. I mean, instead of shipping all my sticks out there, the bag's pretty heavy, even with just the clubs in it and stuff. So. Well, that's cool. And then I'm thinking about doing for my going away party, doing a Brian Rogers golf outing. It'd be pretty freaking stupid, and make it a 4-club golf outing only. Only 4. You can only play with 4 clubs. What would your 4 clubs be in the 4-club golf outing? Obviously, a putter. It has to be there.
Yeah, I'd probably go putter. A 56. Oh no. I'd probably go putter. Shit, man. I don't even know. Putter, pitching wedge. Probably somewhere around like a 6 iron and then a driver.
I was going 3 hybrid, 7 iron, pitching wedge, and then obviously the putter. So
we'll announce what this is, Joe, in a couple weeks as it comes more, as it kind of. He's not going away from the podcast, that's for sure.
No. I'm not dying. You guys aren't lucky enough. but we'll announce some stuff like that at a little bit of a later date.
Yeah. All right. Send us off, Brian.
All right. Hey guys, I do this podcast every week because I have 2 friends who are amazing, who love me and I love them, and we talk about mental health either at the beginning, in the middle, or always at the end. Had another person reach out to me just yesterday. I mean, literally last night around 6:30, and said that they had watched the podcast with their friend, who's a friend of ours, and we talked about mental health. They watched the segment with young Amanda from NEMA for mental health awareness. And it's just great to know that people are listening, watching, and whatever platform you're watching on, take care of yourself. Make sure you always talk to friends, answer phone numbers that you don't even know who the hell they are, because it just could be cathartic to you. Or it could be the IRS breathing on the other end of your line. But hopefully it's not that. But take care of yourself. Mental health is such a big thing, especially for males. It's hard for males to admit it. There is nothing weak about admitting you have an issue. I love Brooksy. I love Dusty. I love Caitlin. I love all the people that watch. Thank you guys so much. Take care of yourselves, please.
Yep. And with that, this has been another episode of the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture Show. Thank you guys. Love you, Brian.
Love you, buddy. See ya. Bye, guys.